Shalom, Science family. On some occasions, we're going to do a quick video today on how to put together our own home self-rising flour. Some recipes call for just plain all-purpose flour. Some call for self-rising flour. If you need self-rising, don't buy it at the store when you already have all of these ingredients in your home. You can make it up in small batches. That way you know that it's fresh when you've made it, and you don't have to worry about how long it's been on the shelf and if it's still active. Give me 1 second, family. Okay, so I needed to get my sift and a bowl. So it's a very simple process, very simple thing to do. It's nothing difficult, which is we have just become too dependent on the grocery store to have these products available to us. We call it convenience. Now I'm starting to call it laziness. We just opted out of knowing what we should already know. So we're going to do it in small increments. We're going to start with 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And as you see, I'm going to run it through my sift. And make sure that your cup is actually 1 cup and not more than it should be. Okay? I didn't pack it, I just put it in, right? Okay. And so I'm going to wait to sift this because I need to add in my other ingredients. And so with baking powder, we're going to now add in 1.5 teaspoons. Okay? So that's 1 teaspoon, and we're going to do a half. Like so. And then we're going to do 1/4 of a sea salt, 4 teaspoons. 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. Oh, come on. All right, and here we are. We have 1/4, but that's a half, so we're gonna use half of that. That's good right there. All right, and now I'm just gonna sift it into my bowl. And I sift it to combine it. Something's in here. Okay, there we go. So I sift it to combine all of the ingredients very well, and then you'll see me. Here's a chunk of something in here. So I'll just take the back of my measuring spoon and break up that chunk. Like that. Just like that, and that's it. So this is our self-rising flour. So you don't have to run out and buy all of this stuff because it's on the grocery store shelves. You already, I'm sure, have flour in your home. Even if you don't have sea salt, you have regular table salt. Works the same way. Baking powder. And that's it. That's your self-rising flour. Okay? So all you want to do, if you're not using it right away, store it in an airtight container, which is what I'm going to do. Until I'm ready to use it, and that way you will have at least a cup of it already on hand. Okay, so this simple video is just to show that we don't have to run out and buy all of these things off the shelf because a recipe may call for it. If it calls for it, fine, we just make it ourselves. That way you know what's in it because you put it together. And you know that it's not a bunch of additives and preservatives to make it shelf stable. Okay? Because I'm sure when you go to look on the back of your self-rising flour container, that it has more than the 3 ingredients that we just put in this. And as you see, I always make a mess. It's just who I am. And then I'll put a label on here, self-rising flour, or write it here on the top where it has flour on here. So I'll just put self-rising on the top of that so that I'll know. I'll be back to do, in the next part of this video, I'll show how to make self-rising cornmeal. Sometimes recipe calls for self-rising cornmeal. Okay, family. So now, to make our self-rising cornmeal, we're going to need 15 tablespoons of cornmeal. So we're going to say that's 15, even though it was 14. I was just 1 tablespoon short, but it's okay. And then we're going to add in, and I should have, a tablespoon of baking powder. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, like so. And a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So you can use sea salt, you can use regular table salt, it's up to you. This is a half, so I'm only going to use half of this. Alright, give it a good stir. Get it all very well combined. You can run this through your sift if you like. It's just, it's up to you. But this is it. This is our video for today, our quick tidbit on how to create some of these things that's on our store shelves that recipes may call for, that you may not have readily available, but you have all the ingredients for. So this would make a good pan of cornbread. All I would add to this, now that I have my self-rising cornmeal, is I would add a cup of all-purpose flour to this, 1 egg, and a cup of milk, and maybe 2 tablespoons of sugar, and this would become my cornbread. Simple, easy peasy recipes that we can do at home and not run to our grocery every time we run out of 1 or 2 ingredients. So, shalom, sign family. Thanks for stopping by. You are appreciated.